Alright guys, welcome back to the Austria campaign. This is the Siberian here. And after last week's disastrous turn of events, things are not looking good. Since we've last played that battle, the Prussians marched two massive armies and took Silesia from me, as I only had one militia unit on the defensive, and now it looks like they might take the combination of the Polish and the Prussians might take Warsaw from me. I will play this battle and we'll just jump back. It's not going to be an interesting one because it's a siege, so I'll just jump back with the final results of the battle. Alright, and we're back. What an exciting battle. I don't know why it says they lost troops, because I did not... There was no action involved. Alright, that's a funny little glitch there. I mean, I'll take it. Basically, there was some miscommunication or ill trust between the Prussian and Polish forces. Neither would commit to the attack without the other's consent, and so not much happened. They knocked down a few of Warsaw's walls, but other than that, not much occurred, which is very good news for us, as we need Warsaw's income. Now we are getting to the next turn. And once again, this is with the new Swedish and some new Danish units. Although Sweden is a republic now, so I don't know how that'll affect their recruitment. It shouldn't, I don't think. Alright. And yes, so we have lost Silesia. And now the Prussians are massing on all of our borders. And two rebellions are going on here and here. I might just have to... It looks like they didn't push too hard towards our capital. We are at our max. We have reached our maximum of line infantry recruitable, which means I'm going to disband a couple of these. In order that we might, you know what, while we're here, we're gonna play a little guerrilla warfare, disrupt his control of that area as much as we can. Alright. Now here's the question. Even if I was to quell the rebellions, I don't think these would stay with me anyway, so I'm gonna just let them fall to the enemy. I know I should keep them and try and keep their income, but I just can't afford it, you know? I might... Next turn, try and snatch Minsk from the Polish. There is a large Polish force over in that area. Maybe we can sue for peace. Russia, you're not at war with me. Poland. Nope. Poland will not have peace with us. How about the Ottomans? I want to give you Poland. Prussia. Alright, this means I forfeit Silesia, but I last a little bit longer as a nation. And so, the peace has been signed with the Prussians, which means I may now focus my attention. I can keep this army in the south to quell these rebellions. And you know, it might be worth it to have a church school there. This army will withdraw to Prague. And I now am able to focus more attention on the Poles. I'm going to relocate one of my agents. Oh, a little freezing going on there. I don't know why it doesn't like the school tab. Weird. We'll do it this way. Lists, agents. What is this? Krakow. Man, it really doesn't like Krakow. Alright, there we go. Got him out, and is this my school? Yeah. Research. The Germans are stealing some technology from me, but that is alright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end turn, and I will catch you back when we run into a battle. It would appear the rebels circled around the mountains trying to capture Bosnia, but they were not able to reach it, and now we are able to fight. It's not a huge battle, but we'll play it against the rebels. So without further ado, we have Alfred Berghaus against Uli something. I'm not going to even try. We are outnumbered just by a couple hundred, less than 200 troops. 120-ish, 15 troops. But my troops are experienced and diverse, so we should have not too hard of a time with this battle. Without further ado, we'll jump into the combat. Alright, and here we are at the start of the battle. There's a town that we are fighting around. It would appear that the rebels are taking refuge in it. I'm gonna advance my militia as a scout. Line up some nice, dense Austrian infantry with cavalry on the flank. And general in the rear. I can't tell if it's morning or evening. But it is a beautiful time of day, nonetheless. The Bosnian rebels, it looks like, might be pulling it all the way through the town. I am going to follow them with the militia. However, with the line, I think it's going to be worthwhile. Let's see. Just split up my line into two distinct formations to more easily facilitate flanking actions. At the same time, I'm going to try and get cavalry as far around the enemy's flank as possible, so that as units break, the cavalry will be there to snatch them up. And while we march forward, I'll Put it into speed. There's the general has made his way all the way through the town. We'll form up by this town hall. Have one force take to the trees while another sweeps into the fields. It would appear the militia are holding a hill far to the rear. Not sure why it's been so laggy recently. Nothing has changed, but it seems like after a few minutes of gameplay it catches back up. Also, I'm in fast forward right now, that probably doesn't help. Even so, it seems extra laggy. My charger's plugged in, okay. Alright, back into fast forward. It's a pretty little map, I like it. Alright, the militia have still only spotted the general. I keep them advancing. Oh, general. Ah, we have spotted a mass of rebels. What an interesting formation. Very well. We'll confront it. I have my unit of 3. And these guys are actually going to cross behind. Form up behind the militia. Let's scooch the militia forward to see if we can make a little contact with the enemy. The rebels, maybe they're why there's so much lag. Too many troops in one spot. Oh, now they're beginning to spread out, or at least form into a line. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. I've actually never run into this before, so it's quite strange. Oh, they're shooting their own. So much friendly fire. They've killed a lot more of their own than they've killed of us. But this chance to look at the new flash and sparks. Made the sparks smaller, shorter, but with a bigger flash at the beginning. Are you retreating, you cowardly general? Alright, let's select the 3 units. I'm missing one. Gonna march them right up to point blank because I don't know what is going on with the AI, but they're not really being the smartest. If I pull back, will they actually form a real formation? So we lost 7 troops. This one alone lost 40. Look at that. That wasn't us, that was... Alright, at least now they're spreading out a bit. So I held shift there so that after they get to this position, they'll form the new position that I drew. Don't shoot your own. Pick your targets now. At least this is a semi-decent battle now. They're actually confronting my forces. Alright, we're getting ready for a Lancer charge. I'm rushing my infantry forward. Let's see a volley. Ooh. They take a volley. They give a volley. This double row thing isn't very smart. You're just shooting into your own troops. Oh. The cavalry got caught in range of the enemy. Here they go to drive the enemy general from the field. Yes, very nice. Oh, that guy went flying. With him broken, that should cause a bit of a chain route, which we are going to facilitate. Actually, you can shoot at those ones. We'll run down the enemy. These dastardly rebels who dare oppose my rule. Charge them. General, you can get in on the action as well. Let's get as many kills before they escape as possible. Although, we definitely killed quite a few. Let's go with some. My Lancers are doing good work to clean up, let as few of the enemy escape as possible. Come on. Into the fray now. Head them off and then charge into them. They're tired. Getting a good number of kills though. That should, yeah, that, look at all that experience they've got. Alright, General. Well, not a perfect battle, but we definitely inflicted a great deal of harm upon the enemy. Although I do not believe this force is completely destroyed. There's a potential it could be. The general is riding down these rebels himself. Alright, just gonna speed this up. And there we go. And here we are with the results of that crushing victory. 807 of the enemy still remain. However, we killed a great many enemy soldiers. A great many. Very good. Oh, and that rebel force was not able to retreat very far. We'll finish him off with the auto-resolve. We might have to put down yet another rebellion, as these people are unhappy due to religious differences. However, things are going okay. I'm gonna recall Friedrich Traub to Prague and gather reinforcements there as well. And we're gonna strike a blow that the Polish shall not forget. So our plan right now is to gather our forces and take perhaps East Prussia. All right. Or march all the way to Minsk. Perhaps, no, this is our plan. This is our plan. So we're gonna gather our forces, march and conquer East Prussia and subjugate Courland, make them a vassal. And then we'll have Courland conquer Riga. Or we could go to conquer Riga and offer it back to the Swedish in exchange for an alliance. Might be a good strategy. Who knows? But without further ado, I'm going to end turn. And once we are marching on East Prussia, or if something else big changes, I will start recording again. Courland has been aggressive and laid siege to Lithuania, but we are not going to stand for it. We're going to break out by the command of a brave captain. Let's see. We'll break out of the siege. They do not have many numbers, where we have many more numbers. 2,063 versus 756. They do have a general, which will boost their morale. We are being led by Captain Gideon Stock. Without further ado, let's go ahead and fight this battle. Alright, here we are with the battle. I have deployed 3 units of pikemen hidden in the forest, hopefully to act almost as a flanking cavalry force. I have my line infantry regiment here, the 2 weakened militia up on the ridge as scouts, and a solid militia next to my line, the general in the rear, and a firelock protecting this flank. There is also some impassable terrain, which makes it a good location. So, we're going to go ahead and without further ado, begin the attack. It would appear their infantry is right dead ahead. So we are going to advance. I do want to be cautious, as I know they have artillery. Are they going to do this stupid line thing glitch all day? That's very unfortunate. Maybe if I run my troops, they'll be able to see and form a proper line. Nope. Well, very strange, but it is what it is. Alright, we're gonna feed the pikemen into this little valley and charge them right down it to flank the enemy. Meanwhile, keeping our infantry marching forward. Guess you guys can watch the flank with these guys. Actually, you know what? All of you are gonna go right about there. We need as many guns firing on the enemy as possible. Alright, let's kick it into fast forward. It is so interesting why they are just forming into one clump. I've never encountered that, and I've done some tests. I did tweak some AI settings, but it was working with custom battles, so maybe I'll have to do some more experimentation, because it does not appear to be working for the campaign. My pikemen are still hidden. It's a decent force, 900, almost 1,000, almost half our force. Oh, that really irritates me that they do that. Friendly fire crap. Alright, take the trees. Now they're pulling back. If they wish to cede, to pull back into the valley, we will pursue them with our 2 units that are still have high health, or high numbers, and flank them with our units that are very weak in melee, but still decent, would appear. The enemy is attempting something tricky. Let us shoot his general. At least these 2 are separated now. Well, I think I did that whole flanking move for naught. Two kills. Oh, and there's a couple more. They did form a decent line now. We have spotted the enemy artillery. There's no way up this, yes. Very good. This gives us a great vantage point on the enemy. Advance, and we're gonna kick it into the first fast forward step. At least they're side by side now. Alright, let's target the enemy artillery crews. Matchlocks. What are they doing? Gotta love Empire pathfinding, don't ya? Alright. Advance. There. And there. We've yet to even kill enemy artillerymen. Let's focus fire on the infantry instead. Oh yeah. That's a couple good hits. The hill makes a good vantage point. Look at that. Two. Overall, though, we are doing quite well. keep moving. Here comes the rest of our infantry. He is moving his cavalry up on the ridge to my left here. But they will not be able to charge down that. They will have to charge through this gap. I might just hold fire in case they charge at the cav. And it doesn't appear they are. Fire at will, men. I'll get that last guy in place. Very nice. Well, at least we have a bit of a proper line battle here. There's some guerrilla units on the flank. Not guerrilla units, but irregular. They're firing from the cliff tops. Enemy cavalry threaten to charge. Let's target them. They are a danger. Form square now. Late in forming square, but they are forming it. Alright, we're gonna hold fire with this one. Use the square as our combat against this cav. Couple of stray cavalry units broke over here. Oh, all right, reform. How much did we lose on that? A decent amount, and we are already wavering. That is not good. Where's our general? Form up. Why are you falling back? Alright, they've recovered their morale. That is good. Very good. Oh, fire at will. This is a very interesting little canyon battle because I cannot deploy like a regular line battle. It's very dense. These guys are still fresh. I'm getting ready to charge them down from the left flank. I think that will be enough. To win us this battle. But we are losing slightly. Alright. I'm gonna commit the pikemen. Might have been a little too early, but that's alright. If I advance my infantry, they will not be able to form up even as wide as they are currently. Excuse me. Alright, let's get into the battle. Look at all these pikes. Now that does hopefully distract the enemy. This unit, we can chase off his... Oh, but my pikemen are breaking. Please don't lead to a chain route. I do need to finish off this cavalry unit. Maybe we'll move the general up onto this embankment. Oh, and my pikemen break once again. Alright, hold fire. Alright, whatever. Fire at will. It's a small price to pay. Oh no. And now the enemy is taking the heights on the left. We're gonna have to do something like this. Hopefully these militia will be able to hold on. I've only lost 2 guys. I have 3 firing on this one. Come on. Just don't break. Don't fire at the cannons, they're invulnerable. It's stupid, but that's how it is. These guys are still confident. We are taking heavy losses with our militia. Yikes. You might not successfully break out. Meanwhile, this line infantry is chasing down my routing pikemen, slaughtering them. Oh, and my militia have broken. It's alright. I can keep shooting at them from up here. Maybe I can kill the enemy general. I need some advantage. And I need it soon. I'll stick him in this little clump of trees. Oh, and there goes a great volley into the general, who's wavering. No, stop that. You're just shooting friendlies. Come on. And there we go. The enemy general is dead, which makes these guys shaken. Need to rush up some forces. And it looks like he is preparing to confront my general. I did break the artillery. Now these guys are steady again. That is a bummer. Alright, let's spread out the general's unit. The line infantry is taking some fire. 275, there's 278 and 194. Oh my, excuse me. So we definitely have a numbers advantage still, even with all of our pikemen having routed off the battlefield. I think we're gonna we can't, never mind. They are losing now, slightly. Right over here. Oh, fire at will, man. Fire at will. Alright. Fire in advance. 274. 272. They're definitely winning the combat as of now. Maybe once this unit gets brought to bear, things will turn out differently. Still haven't gotten a kill from that. That's a bummer. However, over here, things are looking up. Well, there's artillery recovered, but they shouldn't be too hard to chase down. It's such a small battle. This sure is taking a decent amount of time. Run the troops forward. Steady, steady, steady. Everybody is steady. Alright. We're getting more kills now. Let's check over on this flank. Still having trouble against the enemy, but we are winning. I think I might speed this up. There were a couple good hits. .255, 253. It's pretty close between those two. This one just swings it a little bit in my favor. Let's try this. 3 ranks deep. A little bit better of an angle. Nice. How are things going on this flank? Looks like we drove him back, but he reformed. My militia here has run out of ammunition. You gonna fire? Alright. They're wavering. Dare I charge? Let's advance one more time. Still fresh. Right. 200. Alright, we're gonna be bold. Oh. Oh, and they went steady. That's not good. As my line infantry is not very effective at all. We did chase down this one. Alright, we're gonna have to reform. Alright, pull back. We're gonna have to shoot it out. Alright, just keep pressure up on them. Oh, and there goes my general's unit. Yikes. And he is not gonna let that recover. Alright, let's fast forward this. This has been a tough fight. Oh, and our general dies. That might be the end of our battle here. As they have 2 units still remaining. Alright. do that and that. Now, why would you pathfinding? Yikes, yikes, this is not good. One volley and they break. Let's get every unit, every person in a line. They're shaking. Oof. Oh. Nope. Oh. And alright, that's it. We've had enough of this shenanigans. It looks like we have failed to break out of Warsaw. Alright guys, I will be back with the final results. And here is the result of the battle. The enemy killed 830 of our troops, while we only killed 305 of theirs, leaving them with 429 and me with 1,213. Not a great battle. And the enemy still is besieging Lithuania. Meanwhile, our army is just now advancing because I selected the wrong unit last time. And we are advancing towards the Polish theater. Let's go ahead and end turn here. We didn't spend any of our cash, but that's alright. We'll probably be ending this episode soon, but if we have time for one more battle, I would like to get that in there. We'll have a Battle of Krakow. We now have another missionary. That is a useful thing. I'm gonna send him out to Lithuania. Only 2 turns until that garrison surrenders. Meanwhile, we now are making much more money, but have to spend some repairing, raising new forces. One more end turn. Let's see if we can crush that Polish force, and then we shall call it a day for the campaign. Alright. the Battle of Krakow shall be a quick one, I believe. It's 2,000 versus 424. And our veteran General Frederick Traub, I don't know, is leading the Prussian forces. So let's go ahead and fight this one very quickly. Alright, here we are with the Battle of Krakow. We have our veteran units. Oh! The enemy has gotten a great volley off right at the start with their artillery. Not even able to spot my troops. Just aiming for this general. Our veteran units are marching in column up the hill on the flank, while our fresh and formerly unbloodied units, except for that, are approaching the enemy head on. Meanwhile, this 12-pounder is dueling with our one demi-cannon. Perhaps I will... oh, I cannot reach. Alright, our veteran army is moving up. We stick to the trees here. We just have a solitary artillery piece with this army. We'll see if his artillery, his 12-pounders, manage to take it out. And have our units in column. Where is our veteran general? I'm just gonna have him spy on the battle from this ridge. What do I have selected that I do not wish to have selected? Ah, the general. We are low on numbers on this right flank, but we have a lot of experienced troops. These are the veterans of the disastrous Berlin campaign. Oh, and it looks like our artillery has been hit. It is now breaking. That's alright. Meanwhile, we have fresh troops from Vienna and Prague, ready to march for glory, not having ever witnessed the horrors of war. I don't like when they do this, though. They fall back with their infantry. What I think we will do then is keep advancing that fresh unit. Move our veterans to the tree line on the outskirts of Krakow. Luckily, this small hill has protected our troops. I'm gonna kick it into a fast forward. It appears these veterans have formed up. We're gonna take to the city. We have now successfully gotten on the flank. Peel off. We will charge the enemy. We can fire a volley first. Why not? Oh, a great volley as the cannoneers flee. And they have shattered. Very nice. Enemy is advancing. We're gonna move these two. Lost one there. None, none, none. That one. So we did to their volley. They've lost 4 to ours. We've had multiple volleys. It's our new Grenadier Regiment. Our infantry are going to lead the way as they can form a small square. Oops. Alright, looks like we have cavalry moving onto the left flank. We're gonna form square. See if we can get set before this cavalry is prepared. Alright, grenadiers and grenadiers on the double. You as well. Give them a good little volley. Oh, and they go for the square formation. They do get quite a few kills. But we should be able to hold them off in prolonged combat as long as they don't break the square, which it looks like we did. Hold on. Or if they keep charging. Ah, yes. Look at that. Beautiful. Now we are going to see if we can deal with this enemy cavalry. Oh, we're gonna run it down. Run them down. Oh. The enemy cavalry has returned. Why are you charging into our own troops? There's a good little volley. And they elect to charge the square. Nope, they break. Alright. Alright, I'll run them down and I'll catch you at the end of the battle. And here we are with the results of the battle. A impressive defeat of the enemy, who has only 86 troops remaining. I think that is his cavalry alone, and perhaps his cannons. So with that, the Battle of Krakow has been won. We shall follow up on the enemy. But with that, I think we're gonna call our Austria campaign a day. We managed to peace out with the Prussians, only losing Silesia, which is not the worst of all results. Meanwhile, we are now marching towards Poland, hoping to relieve our besieged garrison force at Lithuania. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button. Let me know what steps I should take in the future in the comments, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye.